Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dancing Oracle with Najia. Thank you for joining me today. I'm a psychic medium, and I want to talk about energy, how you shift your energy, and what happens and what to expect out of a psychic reading. Because a lot of times people expect whatever the answer the psychic sees in the future is what is going to happen or what they're supposed to do. And I just got done doing a reading earlier tonight for a wonderful woman. And she was trying to make a decision about something, right? And I could see in the cards that she was really struggling with this decision. And that she was also dealing with a personal situation that she was struggling with, where, um, someone violated her boundaries a lot. She's always like fighting something off, and her heart was broken, and things like that. And but I saw that she kept wanting this new beginning, a new start, and that it kept getting blocked, that she was blocking herself. And what she would do energetically through many cards I pulled, and she kept saying, "You're so spot on, you're so spot on," right? I love hearing that. But if I don't help someone, if I only identify their issues, what good is it? I need to help you so that you can help yourself. So you can all learn from this experience, all right? So she really was feeling impulsive, like, I'm going to go rashly do this. I'm going to take this and do this. And then other times she would stop dead in her tracks and just not want to do anything. Like, just so her true nature that I saw was very beautiful. Queen of Pentacles energy, the nurturing, practical, grounded woman, cares for others, just lovely, lovely, lovely energy. But she was dealing with someone in her personal life that was sapping all her energy and breaking her heart and making her put up some boundaries. And I said, listen, I'm getting that you're this one kind of person, but then when you get around this other person in your life, um, they really take you off and you end up like take you off your balance, right? And make you act differently than you normally would. You start acting like not who you really are. Because you're normally a very um, successful, you have reason to be confident. She is seen as somebody who is a winner, who can handle things, who can handle anything. But her strength was being taken, and she was, interacting with this other energy that was making her not like herself, to be her true self, not to be her true self, and also lose her self-confidence, lose her sense of security and self-worth. She didn't see her own self-worth, which other people hold her in high regard, as the card said. So she was calling me to make a decision because she couldn't make this decision about another issue, right? About a job. I guess it's okay. You don't know her name. I'll just say a job issue and doing this work a little differently. And I said, well, the question is not whether or not you should take this change in position, because the way I see your energy playing out, Yeah, if you take this change in position in your current energy, you are going to end up really burnt out and you are going to end up leaving. And you are going to be stressed beyond stress with worry, not being able to sleep at night. That was her final long-term outcome. Now, that's not written in stone. That's based upon her current energy. And what's happening with her current energy? She's dealing with somebody who's taking her off balance constantly and taking away from her true self and making good decisions. Instead, she's impulsively ready to make decisions. I said, well, you're going to impulsively make a decision. And the issue is not making this decision. It's not, should I do this or should I do that? That's the wrong question. The question is, if I take this position in the current energy I'm in right now, how will it work out? Horribly. Horribly. I said to her, you need to change your energy. It's not the job, it's not whether or not to take this added job, which is different than what you're doing now. I know you want security, but you're not going to end up with that because you're doing it from a place of lack, from the wrong place. You have to get into your true grounded self, okay? And whatever whatever step you do from that, knowing the universe has your back, the card that represented her was the Fool in reverse. She was going to make the wrong decision out of haste or just not do it. Didn't matter. Either way, she'd end up with a foolish choice. She also had the Page of Wands in reverse as the significator for that whole reading, which is all about decision making and the messages and what should I do? And I want this new thing, but doing it from the wrong place, it doesn't work out. So I said, you're a child of God. You're a very capable woman. The universe wants you to do well. You have a you have a mission in life. You have a calling. The universe wants you to succeed. Your spirit guides are there to help you. How many times have you told me as I'm reading and I don't know anything about you, I've never met you, and you're going, Najia, spot on, spot on. That's exactly it. Oh my God, I can't believe you're telling me this. Well, that's not me telling her. That's the guides came through the cards. What are the odds? Listen, I said to her, what are the odds the cards line up like this? Your spirit guides did this. They care about you. They want you to hear this message. And this is just not for her. This is a lot of people. This is a common thing I get in my readings, meaning people are relying on me to tell them what to do with their life, which decision to make. Sometimes I do. I'll come out right away and I'll say, oh my God, you're talking to a scammer, that romance guy, he's totally wrong for you. He is pretending to be somebody else. I get the cards are really clear. He wants all your money. And then I'll tell somebody. And then they tell me later, or call me back for another reading, like, oh my God, you were right about those three different guys. Oh my God. And the one I dated, you were right too. And he was sweet and it was a short term, but whatever. I'll tell them stuff like that when it's really clear. But sometimes it's about their energy. If you're coming from a place of lack, and low self-esteem, getting, I think getting eroded by someone overstepping their boundaries and pushing hers. Probably gaslighting or something. I'm feeling silly with this. I love this, but I'm feeling a little silly with my crown. I'm embracing my inner child. But anyway, I just feel like taking it off. Anyway, no good decision can come out of that until she gets centered and realizes her spirit team is there. Her spirit team came through all the cards. I did like 20 cards in just certain spots. It was so lined up with what was going on with her life. It was phenomenal. It's not me, it's those guides. I'm the interpreter and the phone line. But the guides really had to show her a mirror of what was going on in her life. They're saying, hey, this is what's going on in your life, and it's not going in a good direction. They'll show me the key archetypes and how we can change this and put it in correct alignment. So that's my message to you. I know what it's like to seek a psychic or an astrologer, and I read so much astrology when I was young, and I would track like, predictive astrology and things like that for myself. Or if I like a guy, I would look up all his planets and sun sign and read about it because I just felt better if I knew. I wanted to know the answer before it happened. But I was coming from a place of fear, a place of lack, a place of lack of self-confidence. And when you're in that space, nothing good happens. It's gonna turn sour. It's gonna be struggle. Yeah, and I'm very familiar with struggle. I've had to learn my struggle lesson and let it go. I'm letting it go, letting it go. My life is not all unicorns and rainbows. It's been a long struggle. And I had to learn some things through that. But it's not a good place to be in. I could have learned things sooner. I would like the world who I reach. That's what I love about YouTube. It reaches anybody that has YouTube can tune in. And I want to help people. I don't want to see people suffer. You know, I want to see people grow and become enlightened and feel the connection to their guides. You all need to feel the connection to your guides. It starts in your gut. A lot of times it starts right in the gut. A little stirring or thoughts in your head that aren't your thoughts. Sometimes people say something and you're like, whoa, I needed to hear that. What else? You see signs. You get a rose, or you know, you may get signs from people beyond the veil people who've passed away, and they planned a sign with you. Like my mom's is butterfly. I have a pink rose sign from my aunt who passed away recently. So if I start getting pink roses, I know it's her saying, hello, my dear niece. Or, whatever you designate as a sign, you ask for it and say, Spirit guides, if you're there with me, if you're here for me, send me a sign, and ask for the sign, what it may be, right? Start communicating, start allowing them to contact you. They need your permission to help you. Um, Also, I know it's hard when you're in a bad state. That's why a lot of people call psychics when they're in a bad state. They're like, wow, I don't know what to do, and they're really down. When you're really down, it's hard to get up, you know? And it's hard to have a high vibe, highlight being spirit come down, right? To your level. It's hard on them, on their spiritual body. It's really difficult. It's really hard. They want to help you when you're so down. But if you can, that's why they say have faith, because if you have faith, it lifts you up to the light. Like you just say, oh, I know things are really bad. I surrender and I'm just going to have faith. You start to tune into the faith aspect and that anything is possible, or it might be possible, right? Or you use phrases like that. It might be possible for me to have less struggle in my life. It might be possible for me to find harmony, to find my soulmate, or whatever. You just say it might be possible because you might be so down you don't believe it. And then you say, yeah, of course it's possible, right? I have a lot to offer. I only need one. I only need one soulmate. It's not like I have to attract 1,000 guys or whatever. You just say, yeah, I just need that right fit. And my angels and guides have the overall picture and they can make it happen. And I have to just tune in. Something like that. You could do that with anything, the right job, whatever. Um, tell yourself it might be possible to be happy and fulfilled in your career, okay? And to be prosperous, to have everything you need be met for you. Um, tell yourself it might be possible. And then, so that vibes you up higher to allow your spirit guides to penetrate and come to you. And then you also do a gratitude journal and reread it. It'll lift you up. And then you can get messages from spirit and you can get help and direction. And they'll put people and situations in your path that will help you. I know this. I know it. And please trust me. I have nothing to gain from you, right? I'm here to help you. And if you like this type of content, you know what to do. How do I know if you like something? You hit the like button. All right. Thank you for joining me. And I'll bring you more content to help you. Take care, everyone. Have a blessed week.